Greetings, my name is EpicHeelToe, and I want to show you how to use the vinyl wrap editor on Need for Speed. I'm using the PlayStation 4, and this is a car that I've already wrapped. It's an EK Civic, and as you can see, I've done quite a bit of graphic design with this car already. I've done like a little bit of sticker bombing there on the window. I've made that kind of a carbon fiber effect on the hood, and I've got a lot going on as far as colors, textures, and design. And I want to show you how to make a really cool design like this. This was a lot of fun, and I find that the vinyl editor is probably one of the more fun parts of the game. It's not really necessary to advance yourself in the career, but I think as a creative standpoint, it's really satisfying. You can create some really awesome wraps, and if you're having a little bit of difficulty using the vinyl editor as far as the functions go and how to really create a solid design, I'm here to show you. I'm here to help you to achieve that. So let's get started with a new project car. So let's exit out of this EK right here, and we'll go all the way over to here, this Volvo 242. Now the reason why I chose this car is because it has a lot of very flat open body panels. It's a coupe and it's a Volvo, which means it's very bricky, boxy. It's got a lot of just cool appeal. It's a star at Gotbill, where it's a Scandinavian drift competition, huge Speed Hunters event, and Speed Hunters had a lot to do with this game. It's probably the reason why this car is in it. It's got a lot of classic design cues, like the rear end, the BMW rear end. I think is very sexy. It's also got some just that really bricky, kind of sturdy Volvo look. These cars are known to be extremely reliable, to survive the Scandinavian climate. So I mean, you could just throw a whole lot of money into this and throw it through the ringer, and it will keep going. And perfect drift car, I think. Just add a little horsepower, and you have a lot of fun with it. And we could also, with a vinyl wrap editor, make it look a lot of fun too. It looks really boxy. We can really kind of liven up the whole look of the car with just a lot of graphic treatment. So let's get started. And as you may notice, I've already gone through the visual customizations of the car. I added flares, I added body work, I relocated the mirrors, put rims on it, stanced it out a bit. That's basically something that you definitely want to do before you get into the vinyl wraps, because once you have your canvas set, then you can paint it. First, we're going to jump right into this middle selection, which is edit, paint, and wrap. And we'll go with color first. We'll go paint. There's a couple different tabs up on top. On the left one is your color swatch palette, so you can pick like something really like dark. I'd love to pick something brown or avocado, which is like down here, but make it really period correct. But oh god, that looks awesome. But no, we're gonna go with white because it's gonna be the easiest to work with vinyls. And our finish, we will go with satin. We aren't really gonna get too much in the custom stuff. It's just more tweaking. If you want to tweak color, your metallic finish, you can go that route, but we're just going to do a bunch of pre-selections because that's going to be easier for us to use when we want to mask. So we will confirm, and we'll jump right into the decal editor. Now this is kind of like a global selection screen of the whole car. You have your windows, your front, your right side, which is the whole side of the car, rear, and top. And you can basically lay down your vinyls on anywhere you want on each panel, but you're pretty much stuck to that panel once you have selected it. And I'll show you once we get a little further ahead that how to continue your design onto the next panel. Now once you've selected it, you can add a decal if you haven't already. So we'll press square and it'll open the decal menu, and you see there's a lot of tabs up on top, and it'll cycle through all the different categories. So you have your basic shapes, your complex shapes, characters, logos, colorable logos, logo type, colorable logo type. These are all these logos and characters and shapes. They're all great for like sticker bombs. If you remember, the EK had a whole window full of sticker bombs, or bomb stickers. So you know you can have a lot of fun with this. You know, teams, brands, patterns. Yeah. Again, the EK had like I think it was this pattern right here, stretch over the top of the car. I thought that was really cool. We're not going to do this with that. We're not going to do like the complex patterns with this car. What we're going to do is, well, here's the flags in the fonts. What we're going to do is start with basics, which is the shapes. I want to create kind of like a, whoops, I already selected something. I did not want that. So we'll press triangle and triangle again, and that deletes whatever you had selected. So okay, go back to decal. That was that broken line. I don't want to start with that broken line. I want to start with this solid line right here. And once you have that down, you can move it around your left stick. You can rotate it with your R1 and L1. You can scale it by the D-pad up and down, and you can flip it. Well, first of all, let's add some color to that because we can't see it. Default is white. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a nice retro color to go with the retro theme of the car. We'll select this orange. I think that'll look really good. And what I want to do is I want to follow this body line from the back, right from the tail lamp, which, hey, look at that. It's the same color. We can position that right there, actually, and we will stretch it all the way to here. Now, you may notice that there's no stretch function. That's because we have to open it by pressing L2. You see where it says more controls in the bottom. Hold open L2, and there you go. Stretch with the D-pad. So you can stretch it lengthways, you can stretch it widthways. We're gonna control the width of that using the stretch function, and that's about the same size as that amber on the tail lamp. I want to continue that amber color from the tail lamp all the way to the front. Let's see, where's a good stop point? How about the door? Perfect. That door sill. And that is exactly where I want that. Maybe make that a little bit smaller. Just bump that down a little bit. I'm holding down R2, and you can incrementally nudge whatever command you're doing. And there we go. That looks pretty good. So there you go. There's our first vinyl. Now, I think we should add more. Definitely get a basic group going on here. So what we will do is we'll duplicate this line. So I hold down L2 and press square, and it'll duplicate that. And now I have a perfect copy. And I want to make this one red to match the red of the tail lamp. And we'll put that right in there. We'll R3 gets you your colors, just like before, and we'll select this red color right here. There we go. So now we have like a dual color stripe, a dual tone stripe that matches the rear tail lamp. I think that looks pretty good in the car. I think we need something a little more dynamic, something to play around with the kind of shape and direction of the vinyl. So let's add another vinyl. Press square. And let's see, what was really popular on older cars like this? Let's try like a hockey stripe. And there's one right there. So there's a hockey stripe. And right now it's white, so let's change this to orange. We'll combine that with the top. that top stripe, we'll combine that, and actually when you combine two vinyls together, they're the same color, it actually makes it look like it's one whole complex shape. Let's flip that around. I don't want that pointed forward. I want that pointed backward, and I just flipped it upside down. So we'll flip it back and go the other way. There's the flip, and we will place that right there. Oh, that is perfect. I like that. So let's okay, let's add something different. I want to put another line in, but remember that broken line that I accidentally selected before? I want to actually select that. I think that'll look pretty cool on top, right there. And for the color, we can go with a black. Ooh, that looks very Audi-ish actually. Or we could actually go with a little bit of gray, maybe like a mid-dark gray. Or, oh, I know what we could do. We can change the finish on it, and that'll add like an extra layer of contrast. So we'll go chrome to match the chrome of the rims, or the reflectiveness of the rims. I want to make this a little bit longer, so what I'll do is I'll stretch it out a bit lengthways. I kind of want to retain the width because it's very similar to the other stripes. I kind of want to keep that same theme going and offset this a little bit. We'll make it a little dynamic, almost like a drop shadow, but on top. And oh, that's perfect. And that's going right off to the bottom. It's not really impeding with any of the design. And there you have it. There is our basic starting point. I just want to go, I'm going to show you the layers real quick before we end this video. So you press triangle to open up your layers, and each individual vinyl is its own layer. And if you want to select, let's say I want to select that top orange stripe, well, that's on the bottom layer because that's the very first vinyl I selected. So you press the thumbstick, well, you don't press the thumbstick, you go down with the thumbstick and you toggle down through the layers until voila, I have selected that orange stripe. And if I wanted to, I could bring that up to the top by using the D-pad, and that allows you to drag the layers around. But I want to bring that all the way to the bottom. You can't really see the difference. Let's select something that you can really visually see the difference. So here's that broken stripe. I can bring that all the way to the bottom if I want. See how it goes all the way underneath the bottom? And that's how you manipulate through the layers. That's how you drag through the layers, is the D-pad. You use the D-pad to drag, and you use the thumbstick to select your different layers, each layer. So that's 1, 2, 3. Let's say I want to bring this one down to the 4th layer. I make this the 4th one by using the D-pad. Simple as that. It took me a little while to figure that out because I thought the D-pad and the thumbstick were the same functions, and actually they're different. And once I figured that out, it got a lot easier designing these wraps. So that's it for this video. Next video, we're going to copy that to the other side to give this car a little bit more symmetry. We'll add a little more background layers. We'll do a little kind of, I want to add a little bit of blue or turquoise or something to contrast with the warmth of the red and the orange. We're going to work with the top, make like maybe a carbon hood like I did with the Civic that I had. We'll start sticker bombing. We'll do lots of cool stuff. We'll do shading and textures. This car is going to look really awesome. It's going to look like something that'll fit right in at Gatboo. And it's going to look like a legit drift car. We're going to have a lot of fun with this. It's going to really look bitchin'. Alright, so make sure you tune in next time. Thank you for tuning in with this video, and peace out.